Hi guys, I'm Val from twitch.tv/vaLCSGO. Today we're going to do an Overwatch and we're going to talk about some things like commands you can do in console to kind of help your judgment or your verdict. And then also just talk about certain things that people do and don't do to kind of explain how to catch a cheater and how to know if someone's cheating or not. So we're going to go ahead and download this evidence real quick. All right, and we're going to review it. So the first command that you want to put in your console is going to be r_draw other, and then you'll see it says draw other models 1. So when you change that to 2, these are basically like SBT wall hacks. And what I like to do, what I do most of the time, is I turn the volume off until the rounds or the warm-up's done, basically. So what I'm doing, and if you wanted to use the demo UI, you're going to push Shift and F2, and it'll bring up this little thing right here. And then how I use it is I just kind of skip forward, because if he's cheating, he's going to be cheating anyways, most of the rounds. So what I want to do is see how he plays. So watch, look where he's aiming. So right off the bat, the flash was a little weird. It could have just been, see, and this is why you watch the rounds, because it could have just been weird flash. But most of the time you know when someone's cheating based on their crosshair placement or from how they dodge nades or how they move versus the other player. So this is kind of hard to perceive or to guess if he's cheating or not, because it's interesting that he didn't go through long the first time, but he did the second time with a Glock. So it was almost like he was confident that no one was there. And again, it's hard to know because a lot of people play on Smurfs now. One of the things you should look for, though, is if they have really expensive skins, chances are they're probably not cheating. But this player either looks like he's on an alt or he bought an alt to cheat. So we're going to find out. So it's interesting how he pulls his nades out. We'll see. So that was a little random. Did you see that? How he kind of just knew what was going on? And I would say that he's cheating, first and foremost. And there's 3 types of cheating. You've got walling, full-fledged aimbotting, and then trigger botting. So walling is obviously kind of like what we're seeing now. And if you can kind of tell, it's a little weird how his bullets, or how his aim is very clean, if that makes sense. He's not really worried about more than one angle at a time, which is usually what cheaters do. But see how he holds a nade out the whole time, and he picks up an AK. Most people would be concerned about the opera peeking, so it's just a little fishy, I think. So he's flashing deep, and then see how he knows. So he just shot him through the box. I would say this guy's cheating. He's definitely walling. But you can tell by, I honestly don't even, I think he's trigger botting too. Because if you notice, he rarely shoots stray bullets. Most of the time, it's always on target, and he doesn't shoot unless he's on target. So we'll see if he's cheating. So you can kind of see he knows that's a tough angle. It's interesting. This one's a tough one because I definitely think he's walling. He's definitely not aimbotting though. Aimbotting is like headshots only, or he's just getting straight body shots. But what I'm trying to figure out now is if he's trigger botting. So, it just takes time to try to figure out if he is or isn't. But it's still interesting to me how he throws his nades. You see how that nade lands perfectly? He walks up cat without peeking it. It's interesting. He throws the smoke. Now let's see what he does in the smoke. So you see how he's kind of scoping it out? He knows where that guy is, he just can't see him through his smoke. So you can tell that his walls he can't see through smokes with his walls. Because he can see him, but he can't see him, if that makes any sense. So that's one. And he knows that there's another player. He's waiting for him to peek. You see that? So he's just pretending like he doesn't see him. Drop CT. And usually the best way you can tell is if someone's crosshair placement or how they throw their nades is sufficient or like looks really good. Because most of the time, people who cheat who are bad buy ults like this. See how he's looking at the ground 24/7, and then he just peeks up. So I would say that this guy's definitely walling, but I'm still not sure on the trigger bot. So we're just gonna watch and see what happens. Again with the nade. He's always perfect nading this guy, watch. Pulls on a molly. He knows he's there. This guy's definitely cheating. Because look at his crosshair placement. Straight at the ground, 24/7. You can tell a good player because they're always going to be looking at headshot levels. Always going to be aiming at where the headshot or the head would be. You can also tell because he's not really aiming anywhere specific. You see how he's just kind of looking around the map? Because he's trying to find him. So then, and that's another sign. You see how he stuttered? He like kind of stopped for a little bit to see what was going on. Like, oh, is that my player? So I think he definitely is using material walls. So it doesn't tell him who's who and what's what. So it's hard for him to know which one he's doing, like which one is his teammate and which one isn't. That's why he has to like wait and see, you know, who it is, which is kind of shitty. I wonder why he's trying to do this. He doesn't see anyone car, but he flashes anyways. I mean, his crosshair placement's just horrible. Alright, so that is what an Overwatch looks like. And that's kind of my analysis of what he does and what he's doing. So aim assistance, I'd say insufficient evidence. I am, however, going to say, yeah, he is vision assistance. I think he's walling for sure. And honestly, the fact that he's walling, and I know, lets me, you know, realistically, it's justified to be able to say, oh, he might be trigger botting, because at the end of the day, he's still cheating. So it's not like life or death, you know, he's cheating or he's not cheating, because I definitely think he was walling. And griefing is essentially just talking shit or team killing, so don't ever do griefing unless he is doing one of those two things. But again, trigger botting I usually put for external assistance, because aim assistance is like, you know, it's aiming for them. And then again, I think he was walling. So then I'm going to submit verdict, and that's my Overwatch. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos on smokes or anything like that, I kind of just do a wide array of different topics on CSGO. Check out twitch.tv/vaLCSGO, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get anywhere from 1 to 3 videos a week up here so you guys can see them and learn about the game and things like that. But I appreciate you watching this video, and I hope you watch more. Thanks for watching.